Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Stuff HD podcast. And this is actually a special episode because we got a friend over here, but we got a few friends. So let's start. As usual, I am Javier, aka Stuff, and over here is
L.Equis, aka Equis, E-Q-U-I-S.
Equis, E-Q-U-I-S. And then we also have our longtime buddy from a previous life.
A previous dimension.
Chica, I have come back.
She has come back because she was feeling pretty good and she felt like, hey, let me go join this guy.
Yeah, she just jumped in here like, oh, what are you guys doing? Yeah, she just sat down.
She's like, I feel good. I need to be put down a few levels. so she came over. So that's awesome. And we also have our special guest. Rulin is here with us. So that's awesome. And today we're going to be talking to Rulin because you want to introduce yourself to people?
Yeah. My name is Rulin. I am a Milwaukee artist. I sing whatever type of genre of music, Latin, bachata, from bachateros out there. Rap. I do it all. I make my own beats too as well.
Reggaeton?
Reggaeton de
do. You are from?
I am born and raised here in Milwaukee, but I'm Puerto Rican, so lived a few years in Puerto Rico, so I know the original slang from Puerto Rico. Not many know. Not many that weren't born over there, they don't know. But it's an honor being here today.
And today's actually,
and it's actually my birthday. Yeah,
it's actually a special day for him. So
it's actually my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you, man. Thank you.
This is your gift. You don't expect anything else.
All right.
Well, we got the pizza for him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, stuffed crust pizza. Man.
We had some other stuff. Chips, Kepapas.
Man.
We had wings.
Yeah.
It was party up.
It was lit here.
Super lit.
Dumb lit.
So yeah, we're kind of celebrating his birthday. Did you mention the age or?
No, I didn't mention age yet. But you know what? No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's a cool age, man.
I'll bring it out there, man. I'm at the cool 30s. Super cool 30. I don't feel like I'm 30 though.
No.
I don't. I swear.
It'll kick in tomorrow. Don't worry.
I know. It is gonna kick in tomorrow. I already know.
Just give it a minute.
Even the world gave him a gift because tomorrow we go back an hour here.
So. Yeah.
Oh, even
so you get an extra hour. You get an extra hour to think about
it. But cool. Cool 30s, man. Cool 30s.
You don't look 30. You look like you're still 25.
I know. I feel like if I'm 25, to keep it honest with you.
Awesome. So I know that in the podcast we have kind of mentioned, there's a new album coming soon, and we'll probably talk more about that later. But how did you start on this whole thing? Like, did you just one day decide, hey, I like singing or rapping or whatever? Or
oh no, man, I've always been into music. Ever since I was a little kid, man. Both of my grandparents, they would not fight, but more of like get jealous because my mom's dad would give me a pair of drum sets. So then my other grandpa would get mad. He'll be like, "Oh, you got a drum set? Well, I'm gonna get him a piano." Dude, I literally at the age of 5 years old, I literally had a whole band in my room. I had a guitar, I had a bass, I had a piano, I had a drum set, and it's always been in me. Writing music. I've always written music, so it started, as a matter of fact, it started when I was like maybe 12, 13.
So everything that you sing, is it all written by you?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, it is. It all started with Mr. L.Equis.
Mr. L.Equis?
Mr. L.Equis. It all started
Now, for those of you listening, you two are friends.
Long time
friends from the same hood.
Yeah.
Even though you are the best rapper.
Yeah.
Is it still?
Yeah, it's just he's not in there. So he's like.
But you were the best rapper on, what was it?
35th to
35th
6th Street.
to 6th Street.
National
Lincoln.
to Lincoln.
National to Lincoln in Milwaukee.
So basically, most of South Side.
So it hasn't grown bigger. It's still just that.
It's that right now.
Okay.
Like I can say with guarantee that I'm the best in that.
With confidence.
With confidence. See,
You know what? I'm sorry to cut, but I could agree on that. I could agree on that. I could agree.
See, it's like this. I'm the better rapper.
But is it because he doesn't live there?
No, this is how it is. I'm the better rapper. Rulin is a better artist.
Oh, okay.
So there's a difference. I just rap. He does singing. He does rapping. He does
acting.
Yeah, he does acting. He does everything. He does like I make beats, but he really knows how to like I get him to do like the melody and then I do my own spin to his melody or whatever. But he's a better artist. I'm the better rapper.
So you guys have known each other for how long now?
Yes, man.
Yes,
It's like
man. Years, man. I say how long? Yeah, since I was 13.
Yeah.
13, yeah. Playing football in the alley.
Football in the alley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we used to be rival hoods, rival blocks. I was a 24th Street kid. He was a 23rd
23rd Street kid.
So we hated each other. Then we met in the alley. We were about to fight, but then he's like, let's just play some football. You like the Packers? I like the Packers. Let's play some football.
Exagerado, we were about to fight.
And we became friends.
Packer friendship.
Yeah, Packer friendship.
Yeah.
That was fun, man. Good memories. Alley, playing in the dark. We couldn't see the ball.
Yeah. So
we used to get the
Glow in the dark.
ball.
It's been half an hour. Hey, hold on, bro. We can't see the ball. Just hold on, bro.
Yeah, we had to put
half
it
an
up.
hour with the ball in the light, literally just standing there, bro. Is it ready yet? Yeah, you can see it. Okay, let's go.
And you still couldn't see.
Now you, as you mentioned, you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
How hard would you say Milwaukee is for this, or would you say Milwaukee is actually easier than maybe some other places might be?
Well, okay, so in the music industry for Milwaukee, it's it is a little hard. I mean, me being an artist, for me to because I'm trying to get more out there, it's it does get a little difficult. The reason why, because there's not as many people that support. You get what I'm saying? Like I have like a handful of people, but like there's other people that listen to my music. Oh yeah, he's dope and everything, but they don't, fully, get, oh yeah, Rulin, he's from Milwaukee, let's go, bam. No, it ain't. It's some people that are like that, but not too much.
What about as far as collaborating? Like,
you know what? I would love to collaborate, man. That part right there is open. Anybody that wants to collaborate, you guys can come on, you collaborate. We'll make a song. You know what I'm saying?
But I guess what I'm asking is, in Milwaukee, is it difficult to collaborate? Like, do you even find enough people that are doing this type of stuff to collab with them?
Yeah, I could. I can name a few right now that I wanna collaborate with. Is that they're busy too with their projects as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
and a lot of times I think there's a lot of like. Also, you gotta see there's a lot of like. I'm gonna collaborate within my own group of circle, my own circle.
Okay,
and sometimes it's harder to kind of like get out of that circle. But once you do, and you say, oh, it's working. Like you see other cities where artists are collaborating. Like one of the biggest one is like Atlanta.
Yeah,
you see people collaborating with each other all the time, and look how popular
they are. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering about. Like is Milwaukee? Are there enough artists in Milwaukee where you can do that type of stuff?
Yeah, and
there's a lot of good artists out there.
There's a lot.
There is a lot of good artists out there. I can name a few. There's Skills. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of Skills. He's dope. I would love to collaborate with him. There's other ones that I would like to collaborate too, because there's a lot of dope rappers out there. Yeah. A lot of talent out there. There's the rapping, the singing wise, everything.
Yeah, because I'm talking about myself, kind of like as far as like vlogging and stuff, YouTube stuff.
Yeah,
I never meet any other vloggers in Milwaukee, so I'm like, I wonder if it's the same for like rappers.
For rappers,
yeah. I think it's interesting with the vlogging thing, because like especially if you like, I see a lot of vloggers who are from like the San Francisco area,
Yeah.
And they're like doing they're vlogging at a park, and then they meet like 10 other people who are vlogging
Exactly.
about something
Yeah.
totally different.
I always feel lonely, like by myself, my little camera.
Yeah, like even if when it's like a popular like Summerfest or something, sometimes I keep an eye out to see if there's anybody vlogging, just because I know you do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like you don't really see that much here in Milwaukee in terms of that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, a lot of times I've thought like, man, if I lived in LA, I would probably be doing better, just because I would have other people. Like it feels like, although I went to LA, I didn't see anybody vlogging, but it feels like you would just see it a lot more. You would be able to meet more people doing that. So I wonder if either of you, I guess, have ever felt like, you know what, I would be doing so much better in some other city, or if.
Yeah, I think in Milwaukee is like, you have like your short period, like in the summer, where it gets very popular, where there's a lot of action going on.
Yeah.
Like in the winter it kind of dies down with all the because there's no festivals.
Correct.
Like New York has the ability to be the biggest town, so even in the winter there's a lot going on in New York.
Yeah.
But in
Plus
Milwaukee,
it's not that cold.
and Milwaukee just like dies down after like November.
Yeah.
And then like in the summer, you can do lots of festivals, lots of shows, but like in the winter it kind of like dies down here. You kind of have to go, outside of Milwaukee, if you really want to do something, like especially during the winter months.
I also heard in places like Minnesota where I guess careers are different, and it allows for people to go out even throughout the week. It can vary, so you might find a show that will happen on a Tuesday night, on a Wednesday night, versus here where we just see the usual, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Even for people that come out of town, comedy shows.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I heard Gabriel Iglesias, the comedian, he started out his career in Minnesota. That was where he first sold out, like his first show.
Wow.
Yeah, but who knows?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that brings another point. Like, what is it like for you guys? Like trying to get something like this started. Obviously it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
Having to create music, like at the beginning, and I know because I've seen you guys work on it, but you have to do everything.
Yeah.
There is not, like if you have a beat in your mind, but you don't know how to play it on the keyboard, you better learn. Cause
Yes.
how has that been for you? Like trying to do that while also trying to live a real life.
Well, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. It's sometimes it depends. It depends on how I'm feeling. Like it'll be easy. Like for the majority of the songs that I have on my album, it was simple for me. I would just have there was a song, the now that you're gone. That melody it's been stuck in my head. I already had that melody down. I like to, when I create my beats, when I create my instrumentals, I like to mess around with melodies. As L.Equis had mentioned, I'm really good with melodies. So I would just create a melody, and then I'll leave it saved, and I forget about it, for months. And then when I go back to oh snap, I forgot about this, man. This is dope. And then I just go ahead and I start adding the bass line, I start adding the claps, and I start adding the snare, and then I'll create a song off that, or even sometimes it's I create the melody and I like the melody so much I start doing the lyrics right there, Yeah,
and one thing I like, just from knowing Rulin for a long time, like he's very good at kind of like I'm not good at putting a melody on the keyboard. Like I'm not a keyboard guy. So like sometimes I tell Rulin like, hey yo, like I have a idea of a beat, a melody. It goes something like doo doo doo. Like I do the doodles to him. And
so I go with the doodles that he tells me. I go and I put it on the keyboard.
Yeah.
He's like, man, bro,
Oh, some good doodling.
man, bro.
like so like it's like with him, it's like what I've noticed is a lot of feeling. Like he goes with what he's feeling. If he's feeling like angry, like he'll produce like a melody that sounds angry. If he's feeling good, like happy, he can create
a happy melody. Yeah.
So a lot of the songs that you hear when he made that beat, that's how he was feeling at that moment. So I think that's one of the the feeling of a melody. So you can feel the melody.
Now I know both of you have already created certain albums, music that is currently available out there. Years ago, without the technology that we have today, you wouldn't have been able to do that. So how has technology been able to help you? Like, do you feel like would you have been able to do this like 10, 20 years ago?
Man.
I sometimes I see, like, I hear stories of, like, back in the day, how when they go to the studio, they have to do everything on tape.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to do your whole verse, like, one take. Like now you have the liberty to kind of, like, you can do it a certain way. You can record the verse like 10 times, and then you can just be like, I like this part.
Yep.
I like this part. I like
Keep
this
that part right there.
Then
Delete that part.
Cut and paste kind of a
Correct,
thing.
yeah.
The technology has really made things a lot easier.
Way easier.
Not only that, but you can actually publish it.
Yeah,
publish it right away. Just put it on YouTube, and people, and if it's a song that people like, they can, it blows up, and it gets popular, and it's up to you to keep going or whatever. But yeah, technology has definitely made it. Back in the day, you really have to, like, look for a studio, but now we have our own studio, so it makes it so easy. Everything in house.
Which, by the way, I've been to their studio. It's a little home setup studio, but when you listen to their songs, like, you wouldn't guess that that it came from a tiny little
small,
studio.
Yeah.
So it's, for me personally, it's freaking amazing how with an iMac, an old iMac, not even an old iMac, and a few pieces of equipment and a lot of creativity, you are able to produce very high quality music.
Yeah.
I agree. I think you guys make a good team. You guys kind of feed off of each other's ideas. I was wondering, Rulin, how much of your music is an autobiography? Is it really about your life, or do you just kind of create a story and go from that?
It's actually both. It's both. I do a lot of based off of my life. There's songs in there that actually really did happen to me. And it's very, like, once you listen to them, they're very deep. You get what I'm saying? They're very, very deep. So once you get to listen to them, you will listen to it and you'll be like, dang, that's that really happened to do. And yes. Yeah, there's some of them that I just feel like, ooh, you know what, this one could be this type of feeling, this type of song, so I'm gonna create a song, that'll, like, for example, like a club banger. This sounds like a club banger. I'm gonna do a club banger. Or if not, I do a song based on what actually happened to me in my life. So it's both.
How is it for you once you create a song about something that happened to you in your life, and then you put it out there? Is there, like, this feeling of, oh man, like, did I really just do this? Like, is it out there now and I can't take it back? Like, you ever regret any of your songs, or?
No, I don't regret any of my songs that I have recorded now. There's songs that I have written down that I do not want to do. There's songs that I have written down that I'm like, damn, I can't put that out there. I cannot do that. But
have any of them, like, been very difficult for you? Like where you really consider maybe not putting them out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It happens.
So I'm like, no, I can't.
How do you deal with that though?
I keep it to myself. I have L.Equis. L.Equis has some of the music too, and we just listen to it like, man, dude. But he tells me like, man, what if we do put it out, man? It's like, and I'm like, man, but I don't know. I can't do it. I don't know. I just can't.
I was wondering how much of your music is therapy versus art.
That is a very super dope question. Honestly, my answer to that is therapeutic to me. Reason why is I'm poetic, so anything that happens to me, if I'm sad at the moment that I'm writing this, then it's therapeutic to me. I put it down and afterwards I'm like, dang, that's deep. But at the same time, I feel better. It's just like a boxer, a boxer's, he's pissed off or he's mad. So he goes where? He goes to the gym, he goes to the boxing bag and he starts punching the crap out of the boxing bag and unleashes all his, anger out on that. Me is different. Me is I unleash everything out on either, a paper or a beat.
Record it, yeah, and I think that's when you kind of create the best music, however you're feeling at the moment. Like I was, reading an article with an artist. It was a group, and they did their first album, and the first album they just did stuff that they felt was gonna be popular, right? And it did not do well. And then they did the second album they did was like they said, we just went to the booth and whatever we were feeling, that's what we did. So they were like Rulin said, if they were sad, they did something sad. If they were happy, they did happy songs. Like you don't want to go to the studio and be sad about something and make a happy song. Like exactly. it's not gonna work out.
It ain't gonna work.
If somebody forces you to do a happy song when you're not happy, it won't come out authentic. So I think that's the best kind of music. Like once you create music based on that raw emotion that you're feeling at the moment, that's when therapy and art kind of blend in together. You use the therapy part to kind of like express your feelings, and the art you kind of like blend in some nice poetry to it. Sometimes you might kind of create like a story to it, just to kind of fill in the blanks. So, that's why I feel like the best music is based on your emotions. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can totally see that. Now I gotta ask: is there a specific feeling that makes you want to write more? And does like the genre change at all when, like, if you're happy, do you write one type of music versus if you're mad, do another type of music? Or
man, it's a little hard, but I like it better when I'm mad, because when I'm mad, when I'm angry, it just comes out. It's better that way for me.
Yeah, and what kind of music do you like writing to when you're angry? You like doing reggaeton? You like doing rap? You like doing merengue or salsa? Like when you're angry, what's your go-to like beat?
I like when I'm angry, I like the rap.
The rapping.
Yeah.
And when you're happy?
And when I'm happy, I like doing the bachata.
That makes sense.
I like the dancing.
You don't wanna have people dancing to an
angry guy.
Yeah. So, honest question, which might sound stupid, but do you think of when you start writing? Are you thinking of the genre at all, or are you just writing, not even thinking, oh, this is gonna be like a bachata versus a rap? Or?
I just let it all go. I don't think about the genre. I don't think about I'm gonna do a rap. It just comes out.
All right. Awesome.
And like when you're doing and this is your like personal feeling, like I know like your new album you're making, what is the name of it?
Exitoso.
And to you, how important is it in creating either an album that's like a whole story versus just singles that have nothing to do with each other? Because I know like back in the day, people would create albums, but now it's mostly all about the singles.
All about the singles.
Like, what's your opinion on that? Like, what do you prefer? Like,
album.
And why?
Album, because it's my story. It's a story of my life, a story of events that happened to me. And I would like the world to know, what happened.
Yeah, and I know that we're asking, even though we've this is something that we've talked about in the past, because we I think we all in this table kind of agree that the current music scene kind of sucks, because
it does.
Right now it seems to be all about let's make a single, sell as many as we can from that this week, and then next week we'll make another single that is the exact same thing.
And that's exactly it is like that. It's there's Puerto Ricans that are like that too. I'm not gonna name any, but they're very, very top artists, you know, and they make good music. But the thing is that they make singles. It's just single after single after single. It's, you know, it's not me. I'm completely different. I love to do albums.
Now, do you feel that technology again has kind of made it that way? And going, you know, I'll make the point that I usually make it, you know, before things like Napster. When Napster came out, the three of you that remember Napster, that for me anyway, that was the first time that it was like, oh, like if I only like one song, I can just get that one song, and you know, it kind of revolutionized the music industry, in my opinion, because, you know, from Napster, that's where a lot of people started pirating even more music, and then it became a thing where a lot of the studios were like, well, we got to stop the pirating, but people want to just get that one song because, you know, usually, and even before Napster, a lot of times I feel a lot of these albums were a couple of good songs and then a bunch of crap. Yeah. So you can't really blame people for wanting the good song, I guess. But then it went on to become, you know, where you pay for each individual song, and even nowadays you just pay a subscription because, again, people seem to only want that particular song. Yeah. So I wonder you guys' opinion of if the issue is the way music is distributed nowadays, or is it something else? Is it just plain people not being people being lazier with their music?
Well, man, I completely understand what you're saying. For example, one of my favorite artists was 50 Cent. Okay, and I liked his one of his songs, which was Many Men. Okay, you know, you remember that song, Many Men, Wish Death Upon Me. I love that song. So I only wanted that song. I didn't want In the Club because, I mean, I liked it, yeah, but it was more of like you know, everybody, you know, it was, to me, it was like commercial. Everybody knew the song. I wanted Many Men. So I only wanted to download that song. Now, to answer the question, man, it's I think it's not that artists are lazy. Even though sometimes, you know, other people might think that way and might see it that way, but there's just people out there who just like to download that particular song, you know, or
instead of saying that artists are lazy, maybe artists are just reacting to the reality, which is people just want to create their little playlist with a whole bunch of
and I think that's it. Like you just do your top 3 songs, and then the rest are filler. But you're pushing those 3 songs that people really want. The other ones are just filling the spot. It's kind of like going with 50 Cent. Like, that album told a story from the beginning to end. So if you bought the whole album, you got the whole story. And then other albums, you know, you just have like, you know, your single, and then the rest of them you really don't care about anymore. But I think, you know, artists are reacting to the current climate because they know that the attention span is just so low. Like now, your song will play for 1 or 2 weeks and then it's over. Mm-hmm. And then you have to create the next single right away. There's no really time. If you're spending your time creating a whole album, you know, you, unless all your songs in the album are going to be singles, it's not worth taking your time and effort to make an album if all the people want are singles. Mm-hmm. So
I also think the album was a test to see if the artist was good, right? So Luis Miguel and Shakira, if the whole album was amazing, then you're like, this is an awesome artist, right? But then the other thing was, as a person who was always about top 40, if I bought an album just for that one song, I fell in love with the rest of the album because I had to. Because by accident, it skipped to the next song and I was no longer looping it. And now I was like, oh, this isn't so bad. Now I
This
like
sounds
it.
pretty cool. I like it. I dig it.
And then you go to the next one, and you go to the next one, and so on and so forth. I miss it. I think, like you're saying, it's more of the singers reacting to the audience.
I agree because for me, like I'm a huge fan of like Maná.
Yep.
And back in the day, I used to love getting like that Maná, like brand new Maná disc, and I would used to play the shit out of it. It's like it would just be over and over and over, and then you learn all the songs and you learn all the lyrics because you're listening to it so much. But I'm almost mad at them because I'm like, all you do is release like a single like every few years now.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, like I'm waiting for a full album. Like I want to hold like 12 songs of brand new content. But then I'm like, well, is it worth it for them? Are people going to buy an album, or are they going to go through all
singles.
that work,
Making
a full album, and then have people just download the one song?
That one song. Yeah.
But what does that also do to concerts then? Because see, in a good concert, you'll have your audience that knows
all your songs.
all your
songs.
songs, singing them along with you, right? But now it's just singles concert, or the concert's
I
not
don't
even
know
happening anymore.
What do all these new musicians, all these reggaetoneros sing when they're in their concerts? I think that's why like Bad Bunny and all of them, they're just working with everybody. That way they can just go on tour with everybody else. I don't know.
Well, yeah, like artists like Bad Bunny, he's also featured in a lot of the other artists' songs. So yeah, just like you said, he just goes and since he's a featuring, you could go in, you know what I'm saying? Go with the other artists, and go and what's it called? Travel. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Travel with the other artists that made the song with him, or the song that he jumped in, in the featuring, and there you go.
Yeah, but sadly, at least in my opinion, like you just end up with a whole bunch of songs that from a bunch of different artists that all kind of sound the same, with the part of Bad Bunny talking about whatever the hell he's talking about, because I have no idea what the hell he said in English or Spanish.
And I know this kind of brings me and Rulin. We were sitting one day, and we were in a studio, and we just didn't have like the energy to kind of work on anything. So we're like, you know what? Let's just create our track list for the album Exitoso, right? Yeah. So we wrote out the track list, and we were like taking our time on writing, which one should go first, which one should go next, like the order of the album, of the tracks. And, and Rulin brought something important, and he's like, I don't want to have too many features in my album because this album is my album, like I'm in this album because, we know each other, we worked together for years. So it's kind of like, I'm not an outside artist. I'm like family, right? Mm-hmm. So we don't have features. Like we want to have like a one song that has a couple features. Like, you have your cousins or whatever. So we can do like a song with them, but it's no outside people because we want the album to be a representation of him. Yeah. He wants to do the representation of himself. Just like when I do my album, I don't want to have features outside of like the family, there could be singles that you have like a remix to it, and then you can have like people with it. But like, I kind of like how you explain that when we were working on that listing. Cause if you go to a concert, you're not going to have a Bad Bunny with you all the time.
Exactly.
So who's going to be singing this part,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you have a song.
I can talk gibberish. Just saying.
Yeah, like let's say for whatever reason, like Rulin would do a song with Bad Bunny. If you just happen to be in the same building together, and then he can jump on it like a surprise, right? Then it makes sense.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense for him to have a single with an artist, and then he's in a concert who's gonna be singing. They're just gonna be in the background. And then nobody's there, and like, okay, who's singing his part? Like somebody else? Am I going to be singing?
Well, if you want to make it big, you gotta have that song with Bad Bunny. Apparently.
Yeah, I guess.
Everybody's making a song about it. Big Flair, even I have to. I have to. Drake too. Spanish? Mia.
Drake. Yeah. How? So that brings me to this question: How? And it's kind of a silly question, I guess, but how important is making it big for you versus you just want to do this because you want to,
Okay. I'm not doing this for fame. I'm not doing it. You know what? I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I could care. I could care less if there's a few, just a handful of people that listen to my work. I do this because I love doing this. You know, this is my passion. You know what I'm saying? I do this when I'm mad. I do this when I'm sad. I do this when I'm happy. I do this when just to, you can ask Wicho. We've since teenagers.
You mean L.Equis?
L.Equis, I'm sorry, yeah. L.Equis, since teenagers, since playing football, playing football in the alleyway, we would just, chill. Let's go to the corner store. Let's go get some Old Town beverages. That's what they were called, Old Town beverages. I'm not sure if many of you know what type of beverage that is.
I remember Old Colony.
But there was a beverage called Old Town beverages. We go to the corner store. By the way, AKA gas station. Go to the corner store. We buy the Old Town beverages, buy some snacks, Doritos or whatever, and we go and we make a song about Old Town beverages.
Yeah, like we had this whole plan that we're gonna do like commercials.
Yeah, like Fanta,
like the Fanta girls. We'd be like,
wait, you guys didn't go to the Super America and get the hot chocolate instead?
What hot chocolate?
I used to love going to the Super America gas station and getting the hot chocolate.
No, I never had
that chocolate.
No, but the gas station now has horchata, so maybe.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they do
Really?
now. Yeah, they do.
Nice.
Yeah.
You gotta go there.
But yeah, we ever seen little, we would just rap to anything. We would get instrumentals from Napster. And
Yeah, we would download instrumentals,
download
man.
beats and just like rap like dumb stuff. Just like anything, we would rap to it. So we have a lot of songs recorded that we were just like messing around, dissing people. And,
Yeah, man. Oh my
being heat
gosh.
seekers and
Oh my
this, but-
Oh my gosh, heat seekers.
So we have a bunch of stuff. I think we're pretty good at like angry stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of the angry stuff we can't release because we're like, okay, we really don't need to.
Yeah, we don't. I don't. Yeah, I want people to look at me, and hear what comes out, what honestly comes out. I don't want people to be like, oh, this guy, he's just the guy that just shits on everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that's like you said, that's just therapy, right?
Yes, that's my therapy. That's my therapy.
It's like that song we did for Trump, but
Oh man.
So I know with again myself and YouTube, there's always critics.
Yeah.
How do you, both of you, how do you guys deal with criticism?
There's always gonna
sometimes good and sometimes bad. Yeah.
There's always going to be criticism. That man. It doesn't matter if it's a good song, bad song. There's always going to be somebody who criticizes. And to keep it honest with you, that's just my fans.
yeah,
It's my fans.
And one thing that I would say add to that is, it also depends on, there's some criticism that you read and you're like, okay, like I can see that. Like
You take
like
it
for
in.
example, it's like, oh man, like your mix is messed up. Like try to fix it. And then I hear it and I kind of see the problem. Like,
You start noticing it,
the
yes. You
mix
start
is
noticing it,
is
like-
messed up. So
Yeah, but those are the good ones.
yeah,
Yes,
so like
yeah.
if somebody says you suck, like,
I just
whatever. Like
Yep,
you
I
ignore
take-
that,
I take that as like, oh, see, even better. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
You ever get down there with them? Like ever reply
Nah.
to them?
Don't need to. I don't need to. Honestly, when I read a message that says, "Bro, your music sucks," man, I'd be like, "Oh, that's good."
Yeah,
for you, bro."
I usually do the same thing. If somebody comments whatever on my videos, I have this thing where if they call me whatever, I'm okay. Like I don't care. One time, however, I had somebody start talking crap about somebody else that commented on one of my videos, and that one did piss me off.
No.
Because I'm like, oh, now you're going after my people. And like,
Yeah.
that's fucked up. You don't do that.
Yeah.
So then I tend to, I don't delete, if they want to say whatever
Yeah.
about me, I'll leave it
Say
there.
it,
But,
yeah.
but that one, I didn't reply to him because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But I did delete that one. And that's the one comment I have ever deleted
Yeah.
on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm a believer of positive reinforcement.
Yes.
So like, if even if it's a criticism, if you're being like genuine with your criticism,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's something that even if you're like, oh man, I don't like your song because you're talking about this, I can take that, and I'll respond to those people, with a positive.
So, sometimes though they are mean, but right.
Yeah.
And those hurt. But it's also appreciated because if you're right, then
Like once I did a song and one of the lyrics, I used the word wrong, like like I said like I said it wrong, like just an example.
At least you didn't make a whole song called "Ironic." Anyway.
But then I was like, oh yeah, I did use that word wrong. Oh well, too bad. You know, it's part of the cosmos now. So
correct. So let me ask, and I'll ask both of you again. Who were some of your inspirations growing up?
Oh man, I have a few. 50 Cent. There was Dr. Dre, Eminem. Eminem was my top one. You know, because especially when I get to that what's it called, angry stage.
Yeah.
I tend to Eminem. My gosh.
Yeah, I can definitely hear the Eminem part.
Yeah, Eminem and Eminem. Who else, man? It's more of the old school. Keep it honest with you. I don't really like these new school artists that are out now. I really don't.
I hate how these people from the 90s are old school.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, I just heard it.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's a badge of honor. Like,
yeah, it is.
A lot of times, like, I'm from that old school. Like, I am from the old school. I consider me old school, so.
Yeah, but I'm like, man, it was the 90s. It wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long ago, man. What are you talking
about?
It's
not that long ago. So
dude,
like,
it's 2018. Just accept it.
Yeah, just too many people that are inspiration. You know, you just grow up listening to a whole bunch of people. And
who are yours? Like, is it mostly the same?
Yeah, Snoop Dogg was another one of mine.
Just more like I would say like my top 5 that I feel have had the most influence with me are like Nas, Cannabis, you know, of course, Immortal Technique. I'm a big fan of the technique. You know, just like the creativity of like I work even like X-Scribe, aka Supreme Diatribe. You know, working with him, like he inspired me so much because like you've heard his voice and everything. Like he's
we got to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, we get him in the podcast. So he was gonna come today, but something came up. But yeah, like even him, like when I heard him, like when the first time I heard him rap, and I heard his voice, I was like, dude, you do not sound like I do not imagine you with that voice.
Let's just say he sounds like a bigger man.
Yeah, he's like this skinny kid, and it was like, man, like. Lyrically, like he inspired me, you know, like I remember we write songs and he would write something. I'm like, man, I have to write something better than this. Like it was like a competition, right? Like just wanting to write something better than he did. You know, sometimes I felt like I did something good, and sometimes I felt that he got me on it. So that's fun.
Nice.
And even with Rulin, I like competing with him in the track. Like I hear him rap something crazy, I'm like, like I have to come with it. Like I can't be left behind, you know.
No, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. He surprises me. I do something right. He's like, okay, bro, I leave. I come back like the next week to go to for a studio session. He's like, bro, I gotta show you this, man. And he shows me. I'm like, dude, what the heck, dog? Dude, are you serious, bro? You snapped, dog. No, man, I just did that,
you gotta keep it humble.
I just did that real quick.
It's a little something I did.
Something.
Like, bro, you snapped, dog. Yeah. You snapped.
No, but yeah, I think that competition really helps out. Like you just try to elevate your pen game.
Now for the younger ones out there, maybe not even younger ones, but people that kind of feel like this is something they would like to get into. Any advice for somebody that is just like, hey, I kind of like writing something, and it would be kind of nice to when they record something, but yep. I have no idea where to even start.
You gotta now. Number one thing is focus, man. If this is and you gotta put your all, you gotta put your 100% on it. This is not just the thing that you go and you put 10% on it. Oh, you know what? I just write lyrics and then I'll go record someday. No, you gotta. If you really want to do this, you gotta put your all into this. This is something that me recording at the studio, making my album. not only that, but mixtape too. You know, I have a few songs that are going on my mixtape also that that all comes from my, you know, dedication. You know what I'm saying? You got to put your all into this. This is not just like I said, it's not just a simple thing. If you really do want to do it, then it has to come from the heart. It has to come. You have to put your all. You put your all in this, man. This is something that I like doing. This is my dream. This is my hobby. I do this, man. You could ask L.Equis.
And certainly don't do it to think you're gonna make it big.
No, yeah. I don't. I mean, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. You could listen to one of the songs and be like, man, this song has potential. You know, there's a few songs that a lot of people have told me, man, bro, this song should be in the radios, man. You what the heck are you even doing here? You know, but I don't look at it like that. I don't look at it at like that at all. I look at it more like you know, this is my craft. This is my hobby, you know?
And no doubt that we are gonna try, you know, we are put it out, but it's not like it's the number one goal, you know, it's just making music that people can relate to. And like you said, even if it's like if you can get to 1,000 people and they can actually, those 1,000 people like feel it and they can take that and it helps them in their life. You know, that's 1,000 people that you're touching.
Like touching, yeah. With my music.
And
with your music. Important nowadays.
With music.
Yeah.
That was starting to sound wrong, but
and especially it's like if you really wanna like do this music, you gotta do it like be consistent, you know. A lot of times, you know, especially when you're young, you have a lot of time. If you're in high school, you know, instead of playing video games, maybe like do some music. Yeah. If this really, because like when you get older, it gets hard because you got so many bills to do.
Yeah, job and you know,
when you're in high school,
kids, you know,
be good with your parents.
Yeah,
you know, let them. You're stay in their house, get a little studio, and just work. Just make a bunch of music when you're young because that's when you have the most time.
That's when you have the most time
and energy.
Yeah, now, I know L.Equis that you have the studio in your place.
Yeah.
Any advice for people that are trying to like they know they want to try doing this, but they're thinking, a studio is too expensive, too impossible.
Especially now, it's so easy. Just go to YouTube and check all the equipment there is. Like just because you don't want to keep buying something that you're just gonna replace a month later.
Let's say without the computer, which like I said, it's an older iMac, which nowadays you could get for fairly cheap also. Yeah. But without that, around how much would you say you spent on at least the beginning of the studio where you were able to make something, you know?
So not including the computer?
Not including the computer, because obviously that's going to be more expensive.
Like you for sure need a keyboard. You know, you can get a good keyboard, $50 to $100 bucks.
$50 to $100, man.
Get a nice computer, a nice full keyboard. You don't get a little one. Get a nice with like
a big one,
like with 72 keys or whatever that is. And then obviously you need like audio interface, like
a little preamp.
Yeah, preamp. That's
you could even get a there's all types of preamps that you could get. You could get a like the cheapest one is one like that. The last time I seen it was like $35 to $40. The cheapest one
now, especially now, like back in the day, you would have to go to a specialty store.
Yeah,
or like that.
Let's say for about $500, because somebody built a little studio for like $500.
Yeah,
you could.
Especially now where you have all these mics, you have the Yetis and stuff like the Raspberries. You can easily use those. Like before for those you don't need the preamp, but it sounds better if you get one with the preamp. You know, it sounds way better. But yeah, you can definitely get something good for $500 now.
So basically, don't. I ask because it also happens a lot again with YouTube. Like people are like, oh, I want to do a YouTube channel, but I gotta buy a good camera. I gotta buy. Like no. Like, you gotta start doing it.
Yeah, you start doing it.
It doesn't really matter. The equipment is so less important than the talent, you know.
Yeah, you can have your parents spend $10,000 on a studio. If you don't know how to use any of it, that's not going to help you. Just because you have the the best equipment doesn't mean that all your stuff is gonna sound great.
Legit and super great. You
can start with a budget thing, and if you have the talent and the patience to work on it, you can make something pretty good, and then work yourself up.
Yeah,
you can record something on your phone now.
Yeah.
You just get a little mic, and as long as you're in a nice soundproof room.
It's actually amazing what the type of stuff that you can do with your phone nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's like photography. You could buy the most expensive camera, and then you give the cheapest camera to a photographer. The photographer is still gonna get better pictures than you. Yes. They know how to use that camera. So,
definitely.
So last question, because we are kind of out of time. Proudest moment for you in your career, and it'll be for you as well. Sure. So, Rulin, proudest moment that you've had.
The proudest moment that I've had, even though there was a little bit of technical difficulties, was when I performed at Summerfest.
Okay,
that was a very. I'm gonna keep it out.
You started without audio, right, or something like that.
Yeah, there was no audio. I'm like, dude, what the heck is going on? Where is the? You can hear me talking. I'm like, where is my music? Where is my music? I'm looking at
but hey, that's part of.
Yeah. It is part. It is part of it. I was little. A little. Oh my gosh, I was nervous. I was like, man, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna talk to the crowd. I have to say something. I can't just stay on the stage and be quiet, not saying anything, looking at everybody with the face like, man, what the heck is going on? So I talked to the crowd, until the issue was fixed. And I'm gonna keep it honest with you. My cousin said that it was only a few minutes. It was only like 2-3 minutes. It seemed, I swear, it felt like if it was like an hour.
Yeah.
And I was sweating bricks, man. I was sweating. But
you did it.
But I did it though. And after I did it, I as soon as I heard the instrumental go on, I was like, yes. And I'm like, finally, man. I started, doing my thing. I started singing, and it felt good, and I was proud of that too. Even though there was technical difficulties, I was still proud of it. I performed in front of thousands of people. That's something that's big to me,
Yeah.
And thousands more to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
And L.Equis.
My proudest moment. Man. Yeah. I guess it's just always like that first performance, like the first performance I went to, I went there by myself, it's like, you have a bunch of like,
which right off the bat, I would never do. Like,
yeah. So like, it was one of those things, spur of the moment things where I'm like, I saw this thing like, oh, come perform here where, there's a crowd or whatever. And you just go there, you sign up, and you're like, okay, when they call your name, you're like, oh, what did I sign up for? Like the first, like, I remember that first performance I did, I was like, the first thing was like, don't forget the lyrics. Don't forget the lyrics. Because like sometimes like if
whatever you do, just don't forget.
Just don't forget, because like the problem with me is like once I get it started, I can kind of get it, but it's like it's like, oh, like I hear the beat starting, and I'm like, oh, how does it start? Like, how does it start?
I forgot the lyrics.
Like,
Damn.
I was like, and I can hear like the time coming closer and closer where I'm supposed to start rapping. And I'm like, oh, what's the lyrics? How did it start? And right before, I'm like, I just just go into it, and I have it recorded in a CD somewhere, and it's perfect. Like I remember every I was at the end. I was like, good thing I didn't forget anything. It was pretty good. So. That's the first time.
It's always kind of funny for me how, as people that listen to music, we learn the lyrics to so many songs. Yet sometimes you see artists that forget their own lyrics, but then you kind of have to remember that they have so many more in their head too from so many different songs that again, it's kind of like me. People sometimes mention something to me from a YouTube video. We have a door closing here that sometimes people mention something to me from a YouTube video. I don't remember what the hell I did. I probably watched it like 20 times before I uploaded it, but there's just no way that they all kind of blur together.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's kind of the same when you're rapping, like.
Yeah.
Like, does this lyric go with this song, or was it?
Yeah, like when you're a new artist, you don't have the what was it called? The ability to you know how artists, when they're rapping a song, they'll like point the microphone to the crowd.
And and
so
then
the crowd can kind of, because the crowd knows the song.
Yes, yeah.
So like Ice-T, I remember him saying, "Look, sometimes I'm rapping and I forget my lyrics. I just, whenever I forget my lyrics, I just point the microphone at the crowd, and the crowd, they know the lyrics. And once I kind of like, oh, okay, I remember now, and then he starts rapping again. I'm like, yeah, that's so true. Like, you have that ability where the crowd knows your lyrics. Whenever you forget, just do
point
that.
Point the microphone at the fans, and the fans are gonna sing the song for you. Then you're gonna be
you gotta find the one person in the front row that's rapping every single lyric.
Yeah.
And you point the microphone
at them, and that's it.
Once you find the place, okay, I got this, bro. Thanks.
Yeah. Good looking out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. Can't wait to get to that point.
Yeah.
Dude, once it gets to that point, that's gonna be so smooth, man.
At first, you just can't do it though, because they'll be like, "What are you waiting for?"
Yeah, I'm like, come on, sing my lyrics. No, you don't know it. You don't know who I am. Oh.
Damn. All right, guys. Well, we are out of time.
Yeah.
It's been fun. It's been a fun podcast. Yeah. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it.
It was fun. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it, man.
It's nice.
We didn't make as much fun as Chica as we normally do.
Oh.
So maybe next time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, any last words?
Nah.
Any of you? It's just like, nah, I'm done.
It's happy birthday, Rulin.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I had fun. It's a pleasure, man. This podcast. It's fun. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the pizza. To me, the night never ends.
Exitoso.
You already know. Exitoso coming soon. Album coming soon, man. Coming soon.
Hopefully by New Year's.
I can't wait. Awesome. I really can't wait. This album is fun. It's
that's the goal.
You're gonna see the sad side from me. You're gonna see my sad side. You're gonna see my happy. You're gonna see my funny side. You're gonna see everything. My mad side. You're gonna see everything in this album. And the good thing about it is that it's positive.
Yeah.
And that's one of my main things as well. To stay positive.
All right, and I don't think we shared. If people want to follow you, are you on social media at all?
I am on social media. I'm on Facebook. You can follow me at Raul DJ Rulin. YouTube. I'm creating my YouTube. Twitter. I'm on Raul DJ Rulin. Instagram. Raul DJ Rulin. What else? What else?
Those are the most important ones.
Nothing else.
Those are the most important ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Equis?
Yeah, L.Equis on Twitter and L_Equis at Instagram.
And again, Equis is EQUIS.
EQUIS.
Not just the S.
Yeah, it's not just LX, it's Equis.
Chica, you're anti-social media?
Yeah. You may not find me.
And of course, me, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at RealStuffHD. There's also a Facebook page that I never mentioned, but StuffHD1, I think, is the Facebook page. I don't go there very often. I'm not a big fan of Facebook. Yeah. You can also check out my website, StuffHD.com, where you will find links to all my social media. And also all my other content, like links to my YouTube channel, links to the podcast, the JT Wear Store, and other stuff. Yep. All right. We are done. Again, hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoy the podcast. But also, if you would like to email us, you can send those emails to stuff@stuffhd.com. Now we are out of here. Y'all take care. Bye.
Deuces.